What's up guys, it's me Eric B and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna be swapping out the rear pegs here on the Panigale V2. Also, if you guys had questions, hey, would the rear pegs still fit on the bike when you have the aftermarket Terminani exhaust? As you can see, they still fit. All right, so if you have any passengers you wanna ride with, you still are able to do that. So we're gonna be swapping those out, and then we're also gonna be swapping out the rear brake master cylinder cover right here. So this plastic one, we're gonna be swapping that out as well. So let me show you what we're working with. All right, so for that rear brake master cylinder cover, we're gonna have this one here by Ducati. So this is pretty nice little touch to the bike. And then we're also gonna be swapping out those pegs with these tie-down strap supports from Ducati as well. So you can get these in a couple different colors. You can get them in black like I have right here. You can also get them in red. And I think this is nice because the thing with that is when you remove these, it's just like, it just looks unfinished. And then you have just open holes sitting there, or you can cover them up and put some bolts in them or whatever. I just don't think it looks aesthetically pleasing, if you will. So once you add those on there, I think it'll clean it up quite nicely. And then you have the ability to use ratchet straps, you know, whenever you want to tie the bike down whenever you're transporting it. All right, so without further ado, let's go on ahead and get these parts installed. All right, so this is probably one of the easiest installs you can do. Just need a 6mm hex right here, so I'm just using a T-handle, and then you can go ahead and get that off. All right, so these bolts that come with the kit are a 5mm hex, and then you want to make sure that you add some blue Loctite to any of your metal parts, you know, when you got metal touching metal, that way they don't back themselves out in the future. All right, so you also want to make sure when you're installing these that the triangle portion here, the corner here, goes towards the rear and not to the front. All right, so for the master cylinder cover here, you're gonna utilize the same hardware that's on the bike already. So you got 2 screws here, which will require some Loctite, and then one up here that has a nut on the back side that's holding the reservoir on. And all the hardware here is a 5mm hex, and then you have a 10mm nut on the back side right here. All right, so we got them side by side here. You got the stock plastic one, and the DBK one is made of metal. All right, we don't want to get it all the way tightened down yet. We still got to get this reservoir on. I'm not quite sure why this screw is not black like the rest of them, but it is what it is. All right, and there we have it. All right guys, also I wanted to show you real quick, if you're using a ratchet strap, you can take the hook right here and hook it in like that if you want to do it like that, or you can just take the strap itself, which I would probably do so you don't mess up the finish of the hook, and just route it through like so. You can go probably to the front. You could probably go to the back too, but then you're gonna hit this portion of the exhaust. So it's gonna be better to do it like that. But yeah, there you have it. All right guys, that's it. Super easy install, nothing to it at all. We got the brake protection right there for the rear master cylinder, and we got our tie downs to replace those rear pegs. So shout out to Manny at Motomillion. If you guys are looking to pick these up for your V2, definitely head over to Motomillion. I'll leave a link down in the description below. And other than that guys, we'll see you in the next one.